If you have big dreams, big desires, and they haven't manifested yet, you are missing this key ingredient in the manifestation recipe. You're probably feeling helpless, hopeless, frustrated, fears and worries of, it can happen for others, others can manifest, but not me, I must be different. The universe, God forgot about me, and starting to even think about giving up on your dream. What I'm about to share with you might sound so simple, but the strength is in the simplicity. Humans like to make things so complex, and it's just unnecessary. So number one, what your manifestation practice is missing is enjoying the journey. And how cliche does that sound? We hear it all the time, enjoy along the way. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. These cliches wouldn't be repeated so often if there was not truth to them. Now, if you're just so focused on the end result of your desire manifesting and you're like white knuckling it and you're just trudging forward and there's force and push and it's so riddled with like doubts and fears and no joy and you're not enjoying it, this is not what the manifestation journey and practice asks of you. Because big dreams, big desires, they will probably take some time. They're not all gonna be an overnight success. I mean, be open to that, but clearly if you're here, it hasn't been an overnight success for you, and that's not a bad thing because your dream, your desire is actually growing you. The prerequisite for your desire manifesting and coming into fruition is you growing, healing, expanding as the human you are. That's actually pretty incredible. It's like your desire, your manifestation comes with codes to grow you as a human. Because if you really reflect and you pause and the dream, the desire you want to manifest are in the process of manifesting, is it the same version of you that is now or that started, or is it the next level of you, a higher expression of yourself? I know for me, it's absolutely a higher expression of myself. So many old programming and conditioning and limiting beliefs and ways of being that I had to let go to step into the dream and desire I'm manifesting. It's been such a inner journey, an inner personal growth journey, and that wouldn't have happened in overnight success. So just notice if you're not enjoying the journey, what are ways, what are practices, what are some fun things to mix in throughout your day or week or year to enjoy along the way? So what I do weekly is I do a weekly proud party, and throughout the week I write down things that I am proud of myself that I did, I accomplished, I went after, I asked for, whatever it may be that is in relation to my dream and desire, and then I celebrate at the end of every week. I reflect on it, I just really let that sink in, and I throw myself a little proud party. So it's just me and maybe a glass of kombucha, and I'm just celebrating me. Kind of like that Snoop Dogg clip when he receives the award and he's like, I wanna thank me, thank you, thank yourself, be proud of yourself each week along the way. Another fun thing that I did is I threw myself a Christmas party at the end of the year. You know how big companies, or like small companies even, they throw Christmas parties for the employees at the end of the year? Well, if your dream, your desire is a solopreneur, you're in it, walking the journey on your own, who's gonna throw you the party? You have to throw you the party. So I threw myself a party. I invited my mom, my boyfriend, my stepdad. This is my Christmas party for YouTube and the work I do. And look at these willing participants. These are also flowers I'm giving to myself that my mom got yesterday, but they're for me now. And celebrated the year. I was celebrating my first committed year on YouTube, and I wasn't celebrating being this massive YouTube star yet, because it didn't happen yet. I was celebrating so many firsts. I was celebrating taking action. I was celebrating honoring my intuition. I was celebrating I did it. Sometimes when you're chasing your dreams and desires, it's not a traditional path. It's not what society applauds and claps. You have to applaud and clap for yourself. Yay! This next award, celebrating first. So celebrating my first full year on YouTube, celebrating my first lives, celebrating that I'm learning as I grow and go. I'm not perfect at it, and I'm still continuing to make mistakes, fall down, but get back up, learn from them, gain the insights and wisdoms, and keep learning as I go. And I'm celebrating staying plugged into the dream, even when, it can be scary to do something off the unconventional, untraditional path, and fully stay committed to grow on that platform. So, second, what your manifestation practice is missing is the energies of play and joy and gratitude. The antidote to fears, to worries, to doubt is a higher vibrational energy and state. When you're in playfulness and joy and gratitude, you can connect to your intuition, your higher self, so much more deeply, which is going to guide you in your manifestation journey of go here, go there, say that, start this, end this, leave that. But if you're full of fear and worries and doubts, it's like radio frequency. You can't hear anything. There's confusion, there's distortion, there's that channel is fuzzy, because your big dream and desire is going to ask you to do and be your part. There's going to be action to take, and then there's going to be being in trust, being in patience, being in love, in light. And if we're not connected to our intuition and higher self, how are we going to receive those messages? I take you deeper on doing and being your part for your manifestation with a practice below. Check out the description link below. So how I added fun and playfulness is in my Christmas party I threw myself was I gave myself awards. I actually received awards from the 3 people I invited.
Is most likely to succeed.
Oh, yes, I definitely feel worthy of that. Woo! That's so fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Look at all our medals.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna keep wearing them. I'm gonna wear them to dinner. And it really made me grateful as I reflected on my last year of all the energy and effort I put through that. If I just would have went into the next year, I wouldn't feel as inspired. I wouldn't feel as grateful. And we hear all the time how important high vibrational states, gratitude is in the manifestation process. So we need to add that in, and especially if your manifestation hasn't happened yet, you'll probably be more skewing to frustration, to worry, to fear, to doubt versus play and fun and excitement and gratitude. So you actually have to weave and work this in throughout your days, your weeks, and your year. The third thing that your manifestation practice is missing is celebrating along the way. Celebrating before the manifestation be manifesting. Because if you're just celebrating for this big milestone, the feeling you think is going to come from that manifestation coming into fruition will come, but it's not going to last. Because along the way, your emotional state has been fearful, worrisome, doubtful, frustrated. You've literally trained your emotional home to be in those states. So yeah, you'll feel happy and excited for a little bit when it happens, but then you're just gonna go back to feeling the way that you were feeling along the way. I was at a Tony Robbins event, and he had us raise our hand when he asked us if we've achieved something or accomplished something, and we all raised our hand, and then he asked, how long did you feel excited and happy and successful and accomplished? Was it for an hour? Everyone's hand stayed up. A day, hand stayed up. 3 days, hands started falling down. A week, more hands started falling down. A month, barely any hands were still up. This just goes to show that the thing you're manifesting that you think will make you feel happy, in love, joyful, abundant, actually doesn't. You have it. So if you celebrate along the way, your efforts, your excitement, your achievements, your accomplishments. You're actually training your emotional home to be in joy, regardless of the external manifestation. Internally, you get to feel it now and no longer have to wait for the thing outside of you to feel what you want to feel within. So even at the Christmas party I threw myself and gave awards to myself, it was barely anything external. It was all a lot to do with my inner world, of my commitment to my vision and intuition, of the internal momentum and movement. Which takes me to my point number 4, what your manifestation practice is missing is feeling good enough along the way. Again, just like we think our manifestation, our desire is going to make us feel a type of way, we also think it's going to make us change how we see ourselves, our self-concept, our identity. The number one limiting belief that most humans deal with is I am not enough. Now, you might not consciously think that, but it shows up. Feeling not good enough, smart enough, capable enough, beautiful enough, worthy enough in any of the iterations. So if you're expecting, I'm gonna feel successful enough, I'm gonna feel good enough, I'm gonna feel worthy once I get the thing, that's not how it works. You get to start feeling good enough along the way. So how did I really practice this? This Christmas party, I'm telling you, you gotta throw yourself a party. Maybe it doesn't have to be Christmas, that was when I wanted to do it. It invoked so much excitement and inspiration and a deeper commitment to the path because I did it in front of people who I'm very close to. And again, I'm on this journey kind of by myself, but I did it in front of them. Like, it's holding me more accountable because the party involved them. And even though my first year on YouTube externally didn't seem like a huge growth, 117 new subscribers, 80 plus comments, 160 shares, 1,173 subscribers. And we're celebrating every soul subscriber and every video we posted that are still going to pop off. If I just looked at those numbers, it wouldn't feel good enough. But because I reflected of what I actually shifted along the way, how I grew as a human, I looked at those numbers and was like, that's incredible. And got to feel grateful for every post, every share, every comment, every subscriber. I call you guys soul subscribers. And the numbers no longer were attached to me being good enough or not, because I felt it within. I was celebrating myself. I was letting myself have fun along the way. And just hearing what the people closest to you have to say about witnessing and observing you in your journey.
I really admire your career and your journey. It's not easy to do something different and go against the grain. It's not easy to take a chance and to bet on yourself and to do anything entrepreneurial, but especially something that calls on you and requires you to face some of your biggest fears and insecurities, work through them, grow past them, grow through uncertainty, maybe validation that isn't coming as quickly as it has previously, and just all these other things. And I've seen you push through all of that this year. The pleasure of witnessing your commitment to your work day in and day out, the hours, the energy, the intention that you put into content creating, and you're just getting started. So congratulations, and I love you.
I'm gonna replay that one.
Was one thing you always had in you was this desire and this drive. You've really learned to follow your heart.
Yay! Thank you for making it such a fun celebration. Yeah. Like, it is so inspiring. It just really helps shift fears, worries, and doubts, and those energies. It's just gonna make the journey so miserable, and enjoying along the way, it's just gonna make your manifestation so much more magical. So throw yourself a party. Invite your closest friends and loved ones, and you'll be surprised of how much inspiration, accountability, excitement, gratitude, joy it invokes with the planning of it, the reflecting of what you want to celebrate in the party, hearing what others have to say. And honestly, it's going to supercharge your manifestation and your desire. Give this video a like if you're going to commit to throwing yourself a party. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're manifesting. I would love to hear. Until next we meet, see you in the next video. Mwah.